Here's your host, Maria Taylor.
As Bob Costas said, tonight you get the champions and the challengers. We start with the champ and the two-time MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He would love nothing more than to leave San Antonio with a 3-1 lead. He's got his all-star Chet Holmgren, who's coming off an efficient Game 3. But the Spurs are young, relentless, maybe feeling their first hint of desperation. Wemby, brilliant in Game 1, but San Antonio tried to avoid losing 3 straight for the first time this season. We'll see if Stephon Castle can deliver a great game, still navigating his first postseason run, because the Spurs are still chasing their first NBA Finals since 2014. As we get you set from the Frost Bank Arena, it is Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. Oklahoma City Thunder and San Antonio Spurs. Welcome back courtside, Maria Taylor. We've got the Hall of Famers here, Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter.
Back. The band is back.
Yeah, the band's back together with the birthday boy, Tracy McGrady, ladies and gentlemen. Is that why you came back? Because it was your birthday? It's your birthday?
Thank you. Yes, that's why I came back.
Okay.
I wanted the world to see the birthday boy. The world to see the birthday boy. Y'all see him?
I'm going to move on fast because, as you can see, he was ready for his moment. He was trying to get them to get a close-up in. Do not follow him, Jared, our director. Stick with us, the group. Let's talk about the Spurs. They seem to run out of gas in Game 3. And a look at the minutes played in this series might explain why. All 4 Spurs players you see on that list have just played the most minutes of their career over any 3-game span. Now, after a day of rest, we hear from the Spurs rookie Dylan Harper with Ashley Shamity. But first is Thunder's all-star Chet Holmgren, who spoke with Zora Stevenson just a little bit earlier tonight.
Chet, let's start with defense. How have you all as a group adapted your defense to meet the needs of this series?
Just by watching the film, seeing what the film shows us. It never lies, and just making the appropriate adjustments based on what we're seeing out there. The coaches have done a great job of that.
Your bench, 57 points in Game 2, 76 points in Game 3. People talk about staying ready, but how does that group embody that?
It started long before what we saw in the games. They come to practice and off days, and they come to the gym, put their head down, and go to work to make sure that they're ready for every opportunity, and we saw it the last 2 games.
And then lastly, when you all have won in this series, what have you done the right way?
I'd say have smart aggression. You have to be aggressive, but you have to be intentional with it. I feel like we've done a good job of that.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Dylan, to start, Coach mentioned guys just not 100% as you are going through this Western Conference final. So for you, to start, how are you feeling?
Feel good.
Yeah.
Feel better than yesterday. So, I mean, that's always a positive.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the OKC depth. That was a huge factor.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys need to do to just be more involved coming off the bench for this Game 4?
I think really is master energy. I think for us, bench guys, me, KJ, Luke, Carter, Harrison, we all got to come in. I think master energy. I think play with that same pace and competitive that first group plays with.
You guys obviously started the game incredibly fast on Friday night. What do we need to do to sustain that for the entirety of the game?
I mean, the pace we was on, start the game was crazy, but maintain it. I mean, take good shots, and I think just limit turnovers and just play our game on the defensive side of the ball.
And then lastly, Victor mentioned post-game on Friday, we're going to see what we're made of. Backs against the wall, now down 2-1 in this series. What do you think this team is made of? How will you guys respond?
We responded every time, so I have the most faith in our team, utmost confidence, and I think we'll come out and just swing first.
Dylan, thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
They do have confidence. They hadn't lost back-to-back games since early January. Meanwhile, we're keeping an eye on the storyline of J-Dub, Jalen Williams. He did not play in Game 3. He's dealing with a left hamstring injury. He's questionable still tonight. And remember, A.J. Mitchell, he's already out. That's the guy who has started in J-Dub's place for 7 games so far this postseason. But good to see J-Dub out and warming up and a smile on his face. Let's get to talking about this game. And for the Spurs, let's start at the top. Wemby. In Game 1, we saw what he did with the 40-20 game, and we know how many minutes he's played. We know what he's been through, birthday boy. But what does he have to deliver in a Game 4 in order to have success, get 1 win on this court against OKC in the series?
We need him to be a superstar. We need him to be the best player on the floor tonight, and that's dominating on the offensive end. We know what he's going to do on the defensive end. For me, offensively, he's got to do more. I know he's averaging 29 points, but that 29 in those 2 games, he was amazing in Game 1. But the last 2 games, I don't think it was impactful for his team, especially Game 3. Game 4, he has to have his imprint on the offensive end like he had in Game 1, right? And I'm talking about a dominating performance. Interior, he has to take advantage of his matchups. I don't want to see him most of the game on the perimeter, right? He has to pull gravity, being inside, and giving that attention on the offensive end for his teammates to make them better. Now, if you're not making shots, right, that is a way that you can help your teammates. That is a way to make them better because you're pulling so much gravity, right, to be able to have them open on the perimeter. And hopefully they're knocking down shots. That's the one thing that OKC is doing that they're not doing is knocking down shots.
Let me just add real quick because you mentioned it, but Wemby said in his post game, I feel like the one thing I'm not doing well right now is making my teammates better, and that's the thing that I have to do better in Game 4.
But he is because they're getting wide open shots. He's
right
because
right
him being on the floor, he's making it
the
better.
plus minus tells the story.
You have to pay so much attention to him.
Yep.
The one thing I said in Game 2, and Game 3, and I'm gonna say it again, they have to put him on the move. And I feel like if you're gonna play physical, if you're gonna grab him and hold him, get him on the move. Now he's catching the ball with a live dribble, and you have Hartenstein, sometimes Chet. You have them chasing you. Now you can be aggressive. You can kind of dictate, and sometimes manipulate the call if you would when need be. But I think that puts him on the move, and that kind of gets him into the fight. Right now, I don't think he's strong enough to out physical and out muscle Hartenstein. So sometimes get him on the move, kind of go it through their chest and go finish and get yourself to the free throw line, get some easy shots. But continue to get guys open as well.
Let me ask you this. Who's a player that you play with that is way stronger than you? I want to ask you that question.
That's a great question.
No.
A few,
Right. And you were able to hold your position and post up.
different time.
What you mean different time?
I mean, he doesn't. Right now, I don't think he's the best post player. He doesn't post up well. He allows guys to. So what I'm saying is play in the post. But sometimes, what about the cross screens back in the day? What about some of the Iverson cuts to the post to get him on the move? Now play in the post that way instead of just try to straight roll down there and sit and run. That's not working.
It all comes back to the post.
Correct.
He
I
has
agree.
to be closer
just
to
on the
basket.
move. Yes.
I love listening to these two cousins when they go at it.
We missed that. We missed that.
Again, I'm still a student of the game. For me, I just want Wemby to be able to make the adjustment. But he knows, Isaiah Hartenstein is on him. Move him around, get him on the perimeter, see if you can get away from him, create some space. And when he's out the game, you have to be dominant in the paint. You cannot let Caruso guard you down in the paint one-on-one. You cannot let anybody on OKC guard you one-on-one in the paint. So it's really about having that duality of being able to get out there on the perimeter when you have bigs on you, but also when it's a mismatch, go down there and be dominant the way you were in Game 1.
Yeah, Game 1 he had 26 points in the paint, and Game 2 just 10, and in Game 3 just 10. We'll see if that ticks back up here. Since we have Alex Caruso right now, that's the shot. Let's talk about the OKC bench. 76 points off of the bench, set a playoff franchise record, which was more than impressive. But that also starts to explain the on-off numbers of Wemby. It's because the second wave of OKC, they wear you down throughout the course of a game.
Listen, if I would have asked you guys who was the third best player in this series, you definitely wouldn't have said Caruso. He's the third best player. You talk about the superstar.
Second best scorer right now.
Wemby. Yeah. No. I'm talking about overall in the series. I'm talking about overall, both teams.
I agree.
Right? You talking about the superstars, Shea and Wemby. This guy has been the third best player when you talk about the role players. I mean, I've been around this game for almost 30 years. I haven't seen a role player have this type of impact on a series. He's been phenomenal. Defensively, he's a disruptor. Offensively, and we talked about this when he was in the regular season, right? Their game plan is to leave the others open, right? Caruso, leave these guys open because Shea has so much attention on him. And they had a game in December where he was 2 for 12 on the three-point.
Yeah.
Well, that as a player, as a vet, you take that in stride and understand coming into this series how they're going to play you. And these are the shots that he was getting in that December game, and he's getting in this series, and he's knocking those shots down at a high clip, and San Antonio is paying for it.
You want to know what that clip? That
It's
number
60%.
61%.
Yes, it is.
14 for 23 from the three, and it went from here's one of the guys we're going to leave open if you make shots. So what? To no, we can't get to him. But Caruso is that veteran and that champion that knows how to play the game. He's going to find a way to to be effective, but make the game easier for his superstar. And that's a scary combination, particularly when you're hitting shots. He's shooting 61 from 3, but he's shooting 61% from twos as well.
Absolutely.
So he's not just settling for threes. He's also, hey, you're going to run me off the line? Fine. I'm going to get in the paint, and I'm not settling. I'm going to take the best shot for my team. So, yes, he's been sometimes the second best player in this series as well.
I agree.
Yeah, he was plus 28 in Game 3, like you said, shooting at that 61%. And remember, in Game 1, he actually guarded Wemby the most. He had the most reps and time spent on Wemby having to defend.
Game 1?
Yeah, Game 1.
And what happened?
And then Isaiah Hartenstein came.
No, what happened in Game 1?
Wemby had 40-20.
This is what I'm
That's
trying-
not what
this
we're
is what
talking
I'm
about
trying
right
to
now.
say.
That's not what we're talking about. Okay? Hey, listen. Let's talk about some of the super fans that are in the building. These are the Salesian sisters of St. John Bosco. They have been super fans of the Spurs since back in the Pop days, okay? They've been rooting on Tim Duncan, Greg Popovich. And
Chet,
we
watch
don't know.
out now.
Might have brought some holy water with them.
It's an anointing in here today. I feel it.
It's blessed in here today, baby.
How about your 2026 Kia All-NBA team?
Let's go.
We're going to give out some more awards. We love to do that on NBA Showtime. I've got the envelopes
I
here.
think a few of them are playing tonight.
You think so?
I do.
Okay, we're going to start with the first team.
And you might need to teach Mel. See, Mel tried to open up last game. He had to put the mic down.
He did.
Teach him
You
something.
got it. I'll teach him.
She got nails. She got nails.
Okay, you guys.
New.
Because I always rocks the new. Let's start with our two-time MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Obviously.
Yes. Shai.
Obviously, Shai, Shai's a back-to-back MVP. Gonna have a chance to be back-to-back champion. He got better from last season. What he's been doing, his display, and what he's been putting out during this season for the past 2 years, this was a no-brainer for him.
Yeah, it's his fourth straight first-team selection. More than impressive for Shai, and we're seeing him do everything that needs to be done here to help his team, hoping to tie up the series here tonight on San Antonio's floor. Next up, it's going to be the Joker. Please step on up.
Of course the Joker. I mean, before this guy got hurt, he was in the running for MVP. I mean, just a phenomenal basketball player, plays the right way, 6-time NBA, all first team. I mean, what can't he do on the offensive end? This guy is just phenomenal to watch. Came up short this year, but I'm sure Joker's going to be back next year.
Yeah, sixth
Veteran,
first all-team selection for sure. Led the league in rebounds and assists and triple-doubles, because that's obviously just what he does on a daily basis. Victor Wembanyama getting his first ever first-team selection.
I mean, he's a man on a mission that has said he's going to take over this league. He said he wanted that MVP trophy. He said he wanted to win 60 games. He said he was going to play hard in the All-Star game, and if you don't like it, well then get out of my way, because he's going to go out there and do it. This guy is on a mission to be that guy. We're going to see Wemby in first team for a very long time, and we're going to be seeing Wemby MVP for a very long time to go with it.
Yeah, 100%. We're just seeing the start of what's going to be Wemby's storied career, so congratulations to him. Let's get to the scoring champ, Luka Doncic, joining the first team now.
I mean, what Luka was able to do, and he was hurt towards the end of the season, so we're getting a chance to see Luka close the season out. But Luka is the guy, man. 6-time All-NBA first team. He plays at his own pace. He was leading the Lakers when they was injured. With him in that Lakers roster and lineup, the Lakers is a totally different team. Luka put the Lakers on his back this season, even though he was hurt. He deserved this nod.
Yeah, 6th time he'll make the All-NBA first team for Luka. And let's get a guy that has not made the team ever, Cade Cunningham from the Detroit Pistons, on the first team. Congratulations, Cade.
I mean, here's another guy that is ascending. You bring in J.B. Bickerstaff, they get on the same page, and it's been all uphill, all gas, no brakes for Cade Cunningham. He had a fantastic playoff run, and it's only going to get better. Here's another guy will be in the all first team consistently throughout his career.
Well deserved, Cade.
100%. Second in the NBA in assists, obviously led the Pistons to that 1 seed for the first time since 07-08. Congratulations to Cade. So that is your All-NBA first team. Take a look there. And then we got more envelopes to open.
That's a good squad right
Here's
there.
your second team. You ready, guys?
Let's go.
Jalen Brown, Boston Celtics.
Second deserved, JB.
Yep. Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers.
Phenomenal season.
Donovan Mitchell from the Cavs, Kevin Durant, KD, and Jalen Brunson from the New
like
York
that
Knicks.
second
What do we
team.
think about the second team?
I like
Strong.
that second team.
It's
That's a
strong.
Some of those
Very,
guys
very
could have actually been on first.
Yeah? Like
Agreed.
who?
JB could have been on
JB.
first.
Both of them. Both
Yeah,
JBs.
Both JBs.
Absolutely, both JBs.
Yeah. This is the third team. You ready?
Let's do
Third
it.
team All-NBA. Tyrese Maxey,
Yeah, Maxie.
Yeah, Max.
Deserve that.
Jamal Murray,
I like it.
Yes.
That
Jalen
season.
Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks,
Yes.
Yes.
Jalen
Rising
Duren,
star.
Okay.
and Chet
Shout out to
Holmgren.
JD.
Okay, Chet. Shout out to
Hey,
Chet.
Chet, I like that. Chet deserves
Stereo
it.
Chet.
Second behind Wemby and block.
Sure, for sure.
Stereo Chet.
Cheerio, Chet. And an all-star. So there we go again. We had a chance to hand out some more awards. Congratulations to all the players that had success this season.
Yes.
It's so much fun to be able to celebrate these guys because I know, what did it mean the first time that you guys were able to make an All-NBA team?
For me, I felt like I was one of the guys now. I felt like that I belonged, and all the hard work really paid off. So that was motivation to keep on going and be better.
Yeah, it's nothing like being a part of that top 15 guys as considered the best in the league that year. Yes, your goal is to be first team, but making a all NBA team is a huge accomplishment, regardless of how your season played out. Like what you did for your season is recognized, and they should be proud of themselves.
And you're talking about 15 out of 450 players in this league. So to make one of those teams, to me, I felt like I was here. Like I made it. I'm established. And it also gave me confidence to go in that offseason to get better, too.
True.
All right, well, let's get to some of the guys that were on this team, and they actually had an opportunity to play yesterday as we go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's go. So the series did shift, okay? So it did make its way to Cleveland. So Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce came out. He's from Cleveland Heights, okay? So he brought Tay-Tay out to see if they had some luck here. Donovan Mitchell, 23 points, 4 assists. Struggled from 3, though, in this one.
Yeah, he struggled from 3, man. Cleveland just, towards the end of that game, they just gave up. New York Knicks was just too much in that game. Everybody played well. JB, I think JB played one of his most complete games. Jalen Brunson played one of his most complete games in this postseason, and he allowed the game to come to him. That offense now is clicking. I would say that offense is clicking, man. To be able to let Cat be the quarterback up there. Now we talk about JB getting off the ball. You allow JB to go out there, set some screens, move around, set back screens, right, get open. What are you going to do with that if JB is setting the back screen?
They got to figure it out, Mel and Vince. The one thing that was disappointing in is, like when you watch these playoff games, you want to see the intensity. You want to see the effort and attention to detail. Cleveland, to me, gave up too many easy baskets. Like they'll score points.
How can you see that and keep talking?
We've been had in she was in the garden with us.
This is from 2014, okay? That's Taylor, that's
She's
Melo.
been in the garden with us, man.
So y'all been hanging out, but she was supporting the Cavs, just so you know.
Yeah, that's T Swift right there.
Yep, she was reporting that album 1989, so they had her put on a headband. She went like Melo. You didn't look excited for her to be there. But meanwhile,
we love Taylor. We love Taylor. I gave her the headband.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, they won 10 straight games. Back in 2013, let's talk about it. Last time the Knicks won 10 straight regular season or playoff game. Melo was there. What'd you do?
I just went to work. I just did what I was supposed to do. I packed my bags and went down there to Atlanta and got a good day's work. That's what I did right there. This game was so fun. When you win it in New York, it's an amazing feeling. We was 10 straight down in Atlanta. We know the crowd in that Atlanta arena became the New York Knicks crowd. And it was amazing down there. I remember that stretch. That felt good, man.
Man, the Knicks, you guys went on to extend the streak to 13 games. No big deal.
We did. That was light.
That was light
at that time.
The funny thing is,
it was heavy. It was heavy. I'll take that back. It was heavy.
It was hard. Melo didn't let anybody else get into the highlight. Did you notice that? Like, this is basically your segment at this point.
You see what Mac did? He took Cleveland automatically.
He did.
Teamwork. I like the energy today, guys.
Okay, let's start with the Knicks then, because they won 10 straight, the highest point differential through 10 straight games in the playoffs in NBA history. They have been rolling since going down 2-1 against the Atlanta Hawks and most certainly never looked back. I mean, it's pretty convincing. I don't know if there's anything that they could possibly improve upon, or what could Cleveland do maybe to steal one at home against a surging Knicks team.
Cleveland might get one, man. They kitchen sink. Like, I don't know. This might be a gentleman's, for the Knicks, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, because towards the end of Game 3, Cleveland just looked like they threw in the towel. They looked like they didn't want to be there. The guys that came in the game, they just felt like they looked like they was just there, just being a part of a moment. It didn't feel like a Game 3 of a playoff Eastern Conference Finals game.
Sad.
And the Knicks, they don't care who's in front of them right now. They understand what they have to do offensively, defensively. Everybody is locked in. Everybody is making plays. The most important thing, everybody is happy about what this offense is doing, and defense too. Because everybody, they smiling on defense now on the switches. They double teaming, they scrambling. So it's amazing to see that. It's just Cleveland. I don't know what it is about Cleveland. They just don't look like they have enough.
I want to give real quick a shout out to Landry Shaman. Because here's a guy who he didn't play a lot of minutes, and then all of a sudden he implemented into the lineup, and he's giving them everything they need defensively and shooting offensively, which has also opened the floor up even more for JB to do what he's doing. You know, the driving lanes were just unbelievable. Just off, like you said, JB setting screens, rolling. He's getting easy layups. They just look defeated.
Yeah, Shaman, he had 14 points. He was 4 or 5 from 3, but you said something, T-Mac. You said, you know what it is.
I don't know.
Tell us what it is.
I mean, you said it. They don't have no heart. If you give up, what is that? You ain't showing no heart. Let's be honest about this. Come on, that fourth quarter was bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
Like, you can't give up in a playoff game. You know what I mean? Like, it's the Final Four, and you on your home court with an opportunity to win a game, right? We understand New York took care of business. You're home. Take care of business. And to give up like that, no heart.
And Cleveland was the favorite.
No heart.
Yeah. Cleveland was the favorite coming into this series.
And typically when you're getting beat like that, for Cleveland, you're working on something for Game 4. It just looked like that, like you said, they were just trying to get the game over with, as opposed to let's try to work on something to take into Game 4 to get ourselves a win.
All right. I was just gonna say, the birthday boy holding no punches today. You almost made Vince go warm up. He left the desk. I didn't know what was going to happen. I don't know where he was going.
Give me a shot.
All right, the Knicks are going to try to
shouldn't hold no punches on them.
Advance to their first NBA Finals in 27 years. Tomorrow night in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, that'll be 8 Eastern on ESPN. And the official news is in.
That thing changes everything.
Victor Wembanyama, he's been sensational in his first 3 seasons in the NBA, and for the first time we get to take a look at him in the postseason. This is a pivotal Game 4 for the Spurs. They'll need everything they can get out of that young man right there, leading his team in scoring, rebounds, and blocks so far this season. And the Spurs have outscored the Thunder with Wemby on the floor, but they've gotten crushed during the non-Wemby minutes. Outscored by 38 points in 29 minutes without him. When Wemby is off, the Thunder are shooting over 62% from the field. You see it there, a 20% difference depending on whether or not Victor Wembanyama is on the court. So obviously he shoulders a big load. Maria Taylor, the Hall of Famer, still here. Jamal Crawford joining us. Thank you so much
the Ghetto Hall of Fame. Ghetto Hall of Fame.
The Ghetto Hall of Famer. No, you're like the lifetime.
No, you can't leave her out, man. You can't leave her out, man.
I told them not to let you on our show.
I thought you were just making a point.
Thank you, Mello. His arms aren't long enough to reach me. All right, so let's get into the storyline we brought you here for. You trained with Wemby in 2024. Tell me about that experience and what you guys were working on to continue to make him better.
For me, we were working on some of my games, some of their games. We were watching film of these guys at night and then doing my stuff in the morning. So he's just so focused. Everything about him, a lot of people can learn stuff, very few can learn and then go apply. And that's what he did. And he could download things really, really, really fast. And it was almost scary.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's one of the best basketball experiences I've ever had.
Yeah, let's take a closer look at what you've been noticing about him, especially throughout this series here, Jamal.
For me, every time he's closer to the rim, he dominates. Right now, he's gotten further away from the rim. You can start to play different ways. It's how you end it. Right here, if you see it's a double screen. Reverse Spain action. If you watch it, he gets downhill. Castle has a 2-on-1 right now. He can lay past that. Throw it up. Nobody else can get it, but the guard is almost as responsible as well. They have to engage the defense so they have a clear vision. Right now, they clear out. Now you have the height advantage. This is an easy, no-brainer. I need the ball, one dribble, and it looks fake. Yeah. That's how we imagine Wilt looking, right? That's what it looked like when Bill Russell was looking. It don't even look real right here. Caruso has some success, but now he's trying to front. But it's where Wemby posts up at. There's no help back there, and that's where Duncan and N1, and he took the ball and said, I'm taking my ball and going home. And then if you watch right here, it's always about how you can get those 3-on-1s, 3-on-2s, that 2-on-1 to engage the weak side. The low man's not there because he's scared to leave a shooter, but now you're leaving Wemby to dunk. So the more he's there and closer there, the more successful the Spurs will be.
But see, that's what we were talking about earlier. That movement right there is collapsing the shell to open up for his teammates. It's just they made the adjustments now. It's putting Hartenstein on him so he can't so they have a big on it instead of the smalls. So they got to find a way to really get him involved around that basket, even with Hartenstein on it. And that's setting those Iverson's cuts, get him on the move to get him in that paint, because that's where he dominates.
And even in the pick and roll, like we see here, when he's rolling, 9 times out of 10, it is a guard that is the help guy. If he catches, if he sits in the paint, like you say, he doesn't need a dribble. Just go up and finish, get fouled.
And he needs to roll with force.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has to trigger something. I took it. My bad.
No, I'm about to agree with you, because I was just about to say, I would love to see Wemby start gaining his spot early on.
Yes.
When you come across that paint, start sealing in the middle of the paint.
Push that
And when
right
they
at the
push
block.
you,
Yeah,
you at the box where you comfortable, where you want to be. I want to see him dominate the paint today. We've seen he can do this in game 1. I want to see him dominate this paint. And sometimes, even with a big on you, I want to see you go down there and dominate the paint. Today, I'm going to agree with T-Mac. Wemby has to be, I'm going to use the transcendent today as a player. He has to be the best player for 48 minutes on this game tonight.
I love to see him getting the rebound, pushing the pace a little bit. Now Hartenstein has to guard in space while he's coming downhill or coming at him with speed and pace. Let's see how they do that. You get early fouls on him, because we know bigs typically play with their hands.
And when he starts dominating in there, that's when we start making all the GOAT comparisons and what's going to be. He has to go back down there and open up everything else.
Okay, so after having 2 games of less than what he would like to do, or performance that he doesn't love, how do you think he responds? You've spent time around him, so you know the way that he thinks the game and processes everything that's happening.
I'll say this story to y'all because y'all family. I'm not going to say the player.
Okay.
When we were training, I put him on the phone with a player, and he was like, oh, man, he was really excited about it, getting the future with him. He was like, but you know what? I got to beat him first. And when he said that, I'm like, oh, he has a different type of desire. He has a different type of focus.
I know that.
So I know for him, it's burning him, and this game can't start fast enough.
Yeah. We keep saying
Well, we know who the player is. You understand?
This dude here.
Something else.
Great story.
Can I say happy birthday to him,
You
though?
can.
Absolutely.
I got this dude's jersey on my wall present day. Like, for real. This is one of my favorite players ever.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, Jamal.
Let me get that down. My arms got long. My arms got long.
It's the only way you're going to be able to come back, okay?
For real.
That's Jamal Crawford. You'll hear him during the game. He'll be with Mike Tirico and Reggie Miller. It's been a great call this entire series. All right, let's take a look at Melo's Star Player Parlay on DraftKings Sportsbook. Melo, let's get a win.
Let's get a win. We're going to get a win today. I'm confident today. Today, we got 3 legs tonight. You know, you give me Caruso, scored 10-plus points. The man's been averaging 21 a game in this series, scored 15 or more in all 3. He's not stopping. You give me Julian Champagnie for 2 threes. Spurs leading threes, made this postseason 38% from 3. He's the one Spurs stretching the floor with Wemby drawing attention on the inside tonight. And lock Chet in for 7.5 rebounds. With J-Dub still day-to-day, well, obviously J-Dub is out today. Chet's going to eat on the glass. Plus 276. Listen, that's the play. This is Melo's parlay today, and you guys will be glad that I made this today. Okay. This is my parlay.
So for the first time this postseason,
For the first
Carmelo
time.
Anthony says, you will be glad that you made this parlay. He's going to get a win. Okay, that's what he said. There's Isaiah Hartenstein. He's been drawing Wemby for the last 2 games. He had 8 offensive rebounds in game 2, 8 rebounds in 21 minutes in game 3. We'll see what Zay has for us here in game 4. Y'all not going to let Zay ride?
I'm not calling him Zay.
Oh, come on. We'll be right back. A fiesta night. The Thunder rolled in and they took a win away from San Antonio on their home floor at the Frost Bank Center. Now listen, OKC, they have not lost on the road so far this postseason, but the Spurs, they've never lost 3 games in a row so far, so they are looking to get their lick back, and they need to do it tonight to even up this series. Welcome back courtside. Maria Tay, the Hall of Famer, still here. We add in another one, Reggie Miller joining us right now.
And another one.
Another one, and another one, and another one.
No, you the one.
Do I dare? Okay.
All gave you innings.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Listen, okay, so technically we took Reggie off the bench to come over here and talk to us. So let's get to the OKC bench and what we've been able to see them do. 76 points we saw in game 3. That's spearheaded from Alex Caruso. He's been more than impressive so far for OKC this series.
Look, we've all played on teams where guys did absolutely everything to contribute to winning. Look at the winning plays here by Caruso. Here's the switch on 7-4 Wemby, right? So not only does he have to keep him off the glass if the shot was to go up, but it's a loose ball. First to the floor, comes over with a turnover, off to the races. Here, the touch pass. The Spurs are going to come double-team SGA. Caruso already knows where Jay Will is. Touch pass for a wide open three. Contribute to winning plays. Here is a missed shot by McCain. A little tip to Casey Wallace leads to another Williams three. It's all these little plays. This is what I love right here. Here's the high screen and roll. Look at all that space to Caruso's right. Let me get into the vision of SGA to get this wide open three, right? And it's not only points with Caruso, though it's been a bonus in this series. These are the hustle plays right here. Not giving up defensively, the block shot from behind. It's those little things. And I had to go back a chance to look at the last 6 NBA champions. All of them have had players like Caruso.
Absolutely.
Last year was Alex Caruso.
Eric White.
2024 was
Eric White.
Derek White. 2023 Denver was Aaron Gordon.
There's a bunch of
Who's Brown? Yes.
2022 Golden State, Draymond. That guy, right, does everything.
Livingston.
Milwaukee, 2021. OG Bobby Portis, crazy eyes, right? Crazy eyes, did everything. And 2020, when the Lakers won in the bubble, we go back to Alex Caruso.
Need him.
Yes.
You need those players for winning.
And he's not the only one. Remember Jared McCain coming off the bench and what he was able to do? It seems as though the depth that keeps showing up for OKC, and they haven't gone as deep as they possibly could into that bench, Melo.
Not at all. You talking about depth with this is not a luxury of having a deep bench. This has been built over time. Like, and to your point, they have 2 guys that haven't even been playing. One that played at all. Wiggins and Isaiah Joe probably played a couple minutes this series. They can go deeper into their bench, which is phenomenal. I'm waiting to see what move that OKC and Coach Dago makes for this game, because those are a couple names that we haven't heard of, we haven't seen in this series, only a little bit with Isaiah Joe. But those 2 guys can come in here and change and continue to push this series to 3-1 if they are allowed some playing time today. So that bench that OKC have, the depth of theirs, it's no luxury, man. This is something that Sam Presti has been building and have the vision of what a real team should look like.
Reggie, I've always talked about a pet peeve of mine of coaches. They don't utilize their bench during the season. Then you get in situations in the playoffs where you look down that bench because you need to play a guy, whether it's foul trouble, injury, thrown out, whatever the case, and you don't feel comfortable. That is not the case with OKC or San Antonio. They've utilized their bench all season long to where when they get into a playoff situation, I feel comfortable putting my second unit out there and play and win games. And that's what has happened with these guys. I mean, we didn't even mention Casey Wallace, who has been fantastic. Shooting the ball, but his defense, like he causes havoc before the ball gets to half court. That's another guy who just goes under the radar, but it's very important for their team.
I think real simple. Watching last game, I never thought I would say like the inexperience in San Antonio, but they showed their youth in the last game. And OKC, they showed the experienced team, being the better team and the more experienced team in the last game.
But I think on the flip side tonight, the Spurs will respond. Everyone's talking about the OKC bench. Watch Keldon Johnson tonight and watch the rookie, Brian Carter. I think both of them will get more minutes tonight because they want to answer the bell here. And again, Casey Wallace, I think, will move into that starting lineup with Mitchell out. And now comes Isaiah Joe, another shooter off the bench.
The thing with OKC guys, even if they're not making shots, they still have an impact on the game because their defense is so stellar, right? San Antonio guys, if they're not making shots, you can see the body language. It messes with them. It bothers them a little bit. Keldon Johnson is a guy that's struggling with his shot, but he could do other things. I look for him to be extremely aggressive in the interior tonight to get himself going.
I say Dylan Harper, averaging 14 points. Here's a guy that understands his game. He's very comfortable, and he could be a mismatch problem. We saw in Game 1, where he can get into the paint, he can rebound, he can start the break, but he can kind of punish some of those guards, offensive rebound, and get them extra possessions, which San Antonio need. They need extra possessions.
And it's also 2-1. Not 3-1, okay? This is a series.
Right.
This is still a series right here.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to tie up the series. Dylan Harper only played 17 minutes in Game 3. He talked to Ashley Shamady. He's feeling better. And you're right, Casey Wallace is getting the start tonight for J-Dub. They're actually 15-0 with the starting lineup they're going to put on the floor today for OKC. Now, since Reggie is here, we do have a surprise for him. Illumination team. Wait, pause. Reggie, do you see Cheryl Dean's over there in the corner? You got Spike Pad in the left corner.
My boy. Bad boy. I've made it. It's time for me to retire. I've made it, guys. I am a minion. Thank you. My kids are going to love me now.
We really hyped you up for the game. I'm sorry, Mike Tirico, but you're going to have to deal with that. That's not our problem anymore, buddy. That's your problem. Reggie Miller, Mike Tirico, Jamal Crawford will be on the call. We'll let you get back to your job. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We're getting you set for Game 4 from the Frostbank Sitter. And after going down 15-0 in Game 3, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander took a bite of that apple and led his team back to a victory. And ultimately, they have that 2-1 lead. And the Spurs, they're looking to even it up 2-2 at home. We'll see whether or not they can pull it off. But for tonight's AT&T Meaningful Moments, it's all about this crucial Game 4 that we're counting down to. The Thunder looking to take the 3-1 lead. They've only lost once when they get up 3-1. And that came 10 years ago in this round when the Warriors came back to beat OKC in 7 games. Meanwhile, San Antonio, they've actually never rallied from a 3-1 deficit to win in its franchise history. They are 0-10. So let's get to talking about this game here and breaking it down. De'Aaron Fox, he is in. Good news for San Antonio, especially seeing him get hurt, injured in Game 3. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, this crowd doesn't really love him, but he likes that. And he's been playing well so far this series, VC.
He's been playing like that, too.
Like that.
Yeah, I mean, he just goes about his business. And he said it. He's like, he wants to be great. He wants to win it. And see, watching him sit up here when we interviewed him, and you can just see he has one goal in mind, and that's to win again. And he's approaching it like he's never done it before. Not satisfied. They're not overconfident. They're just going about their business. And just listen to him talk about how he empowers and they encourage the other guys to be great. That says a lot about this team, and that's why this team is so hard to beat. That's why their bench is so good, because they know they have the confidence of the coach and the best player.
Privilege. Pressure is a privilege.
Yeah.
And I think SGA understands that. His leadership role, what he means for this organization, for this team. He's a historian. He knows the history of the game. This game really means something to him. So when you have that with you, you put in all the work, all the sacrifice. Like, these moments matter to you. So I don't expect anything but excellence out of Shai when he takes the floor tonight.
You also talk about the Spurs, right? They 0-10, right, all time went down 3-1. You know what I mean? Fox is hurting. They played their best. I think they played their best game of the series so far, meaning the Spurs, and they still down 2-1. So you have to start thinking and asking yourself a question. Meanwhile, OKC is 5-0 on the road this postseason. Shai averaging 11 assists this series alone. So that's not like just MVP. Shai is out here playing chess. He said like he got all the answers to whatever test.
I want to speak on that because we always talk about his scoring ability, averaging 30 in the regular season the last 4 years. He has shown a level of being able to be a facilitator when the defense is collapsing on him, making the right decision, making the right plays. And that's why they up 2-1, because that was the focus on him.
Sure, he had 12 assists in Game 3. That tied a playoff career high for Shai. And he said everybody who comes in the court, he trusts and believes in. And he proves that with the way he plays the game with his teammates.
Averaging 11 assists. And that's what I'm saying. They all make the game easier for him. Like, in his mind, is like, let me get my guys shots. But at the same time, you saw the highlight that Reggie had. Those guys are making themselves available and being in the right spots for him when teams dare to double team him. I mean, that just says a lot about him and his trust, and then them understanding who they need to be for him.
And then on the flip side of that, you talk about the number game, right? When you go down 3-1 after this, then you start asking yourself, the psyche coming, that game start to happen, and you start asking yourself, are we good enough? Do we have the right roster? What moves do we have to make? As a player, as a star player, it happens to everybody. We've all been in that position. I've been on both sides of 2-1 situations, and these are questions that's just inevitable. You have to ask these questions. You're going to ask these questions. But tonight, it's about Wemby, because he has to be transcendent out here. He has to be the best player in the world tonight.
Okay, so you said tonight is about Wemby, but in a lot of ways, too, it's actually about Tracy McGrady.
Whoa,
because because it is his birthday.
It's
And
always
the entire family is here with us. Can we bring in the babies? Layman, Layla, Lacey, Layden.
And they got
a cake, a pinata. That's our cowboy right there.
partner.
This is your moment. Okay, Tracy, it's your moment. It's your moment.
Got cranberry juice.
He don't drink water. He only drinks cranberry juice.
You know why? You know why?
You know why.
Ocean spray.
Oh. Yay!
Have your moment.
We love it. T-Mac, can you do something for me? Can you look in the camera and take us off air since it's your birthday?
Do what?
Let's go.
Look in the camera and take us off air.
Go to work.
This is game 4 of the NBA Western Conference Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my day. It's my birthday. I woke up and they said, T-Mac, we're going to let you close out and get to the game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. We're going to sign off. Enjoy game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. Howdy, partner.
And a howdy it is. Victor Wembanyama. We're looking for a transcendent game from a transcendent player. The two-time MVP, an opportunity to take his team up 3-1, then go home and win the series. We're getting you set for game 4. Tip-off coming next from the Frostbake Center.
Tip-off.